Hey, Valtopia. Happy Tuesday. What's up? Happy New Year. I know we've already said Happy New Year, and I've showed up after the New Year, but I was off. Look, it looks like I'm crooked because of the way I have my painting here. I was off with my kids last week. If you're just tuning in, I'm Val Cripps. I have an excellent stream coming through for you today. This is for you if you are a powerful entrepreneur who is stuck in not stuck, we're not stuck. What I want to talk to you about today, and I guide my clients to integrate their creativity, their spirituality, their trust in themselves into everything they do, and it creates exponential results in their business, in their life, in their relationships. And this is what I want to talk to you about today, because so many of us come online and we start our businesses. And I was going to say, last week I took the week off to be with my kids, and I can do that because I run my own business. And so many of us start our own businesses for these very reasons, to have this type of freedom. And so we invest in guides that show up and who have the results. Like, you look at me and you're like, okay, Val has the results. Let me go see what she did. And she's going to show me what she did, and that's going to help me get to where I need to go. I want to talk to you if you're a businesspreneur who is wanting to grow up to 10K, 15K, beyond months, and you have been showing up and you have been doing all the things. You have been learning the certifications, learning the modalities, doing your meditation, twiddling your twat, doing the orgasms, dancing, shaking your booty around the fire, reading the oracle cards, doing the new moon and full moon intentions. And you've got your systems and structure, you got the website, you got the ads, you got all the stuff going, and it's not happening like you want it to. I'm talking to you today. I'm going to tell you specifically, you busy person who takes action and is taking the action and is not getting the results that you desire. We're going to talk about why, and we're going to get to the heart of it, and we're going to get to the meat of it quickly today. So let me just share this to my page, so we can invite my other crew, my thousands of friends from my page, and then we're gonna get started here. All right, let me just pull this up here. Now we're ready. Okay, so here's what's going on. And is this you? If you're watching this, if you're watching the playback, if you're watching live, is this you? And hi, Keisha, how are you? So here's the thing. The work that I do with my clients is about truly shifting your belief system, because our belief system is what's guiding our daily creation. So all of these spiritual things that we do, we believe we're doing them to help our belief system, right? We believe we're meditating so that we can connect in with the quantum sphere and ground and center and connect both sides of our brain, so that we can be more calm and present and receive inspiration, so that we can make the shifts. That's what we're being told. Like, we're following our instructions from the mentors and guides that we trust and invest in, and we're doing the work. And here's what's happening. I want to talk specifically to those of you who have made the investment of your time, decision, and commitment to integrate your spirituality into your business, and you've invested a lot, and it's not coming together for you the way you think it should. Okay, I've been there. Many of my clients have been there too, okay? I really want to specifically talk to you, and I want to talk to you about what I'm doing with those of you who are going through this and why it's different. So here's what's happening. The work that I'm doing with my clients is around shifting your beliefs. And it's about you embodying, as in being, the belief that you come to me and say you want to shift into. And you come to me and say you want to shift into that belief after we've done some pre-work to make sure you're really clear in your set of beliefs and you're not all plugged into where you were. We want to introduce you to where you desire to be and to feel that. And so here's what's happening with most of you, okay? And it happened with me too. And it still happens with all of us even after you've done the work. You get the hit. You get the inspiration. You know the answers. All the answers are right there, and you get them. And then what do? You bypass yourself. You either dismiss what you've known, or you decide it's not going to work, or you just, you hear it, and then you completely just bypass it. You go right past it. And you don't listen. You have been trained your whole life not to listen to your natural intuition and what comes through for you intuitively. That is the information that we need to tune into and begin to trust and to feel and to embody and be. All the certifications, all the meditations, all the affirmations, all the doing of the things will not change your belief system. They are tools to support you shifting into new belief systems. But that's not the work that is actually going to shift your belief system. I know, I've done all the things in many different formulations and addressed different components of these things that we do to achieve and arrive at a place of certainty and trust and confidence in what's coming through us. Guess what? The work is to begin to recognize those initial impulse that comes through and to honor it and to take inspired action immediately. That's where most people get screwed up. So you will get the hit, you will get the idea, and then you don't want to do the thing. And so then you go and you do the meditation and you do the affirmation and you do the thing and you sign up for another class and you invest in another magic solution to help you get better in touch with what you already fucking know. Okay? So here's what you do when you come to work with me. We get, first of all, unplug you from all of the beliefs, conditioning, programming, perceptions that keep you from honoring and trusting what comes through you naturally. I keep pointing to my third eye, but it comes through many other ways. And the awareness that you naturally have is not something that you're going to explore in depth and come to know and trust deeply in a group program where nobody's actually tuning into that with you and allowing you to open that up and clear and unplug from the beliefs and perceptions and begin to come into a state of neutrality where you can begin to receive fully what's already coming through you that you've actually built a whole lifetime of blocking yourself from knowing. So the work that we do is to, first of all, clear you from being plugged into the misconstrued beliefs that aren't aligned to you now and that aren't aligned to the desires and visions that you're asking and setting intentions of as you come in to work with me. And then the work is to allow that stream to come through and to then choose that stream over and over, day after day, recalibrating to that desire that you've chosen, that the beingness of you that you want to become. And so my gift, like my natural gift as a healer and a person, is to bring up your shit. It's not always the most fun gift, especially when I didn't know that was my gift, right? But I have clients that are online right now that can attest to when you just, like, stuff that's buried deep inside of you that you didn't even know will come up to the surface and be shuffled up. And then you have an opportunity to really see it for what it is. Because before it's brought up from the surface, you might just not even be aware that you're blocking yourself from the choice. So you're doing the meditation, you're doing the affirmation, you're doing the certification, you're doing all the things. You are definitely showing the fuck up. You are one of the people that shows up and does the work and has the gift and is getting the results with your clients. But you're not getting the result because you haven't shifted the belief. And all of this stuff that you're investing in to do things will never shift your belief. What we need to do is get rid of being plugged into all that other stuff and plug back into you and to experiment and play with your beingness and how you relate to it and how you know and trust yourself and take inspired action immediately. Between receiving those signals and tuning in and then taking the inspired action is where most people sit and spin, wasting thousands of hours and dollars and spinning deeper into shame and guilt. And by the way, there's no shame in your game for doing this. We all do this. So let me appease your any guilt or shame that might come up for you as you're listening to this. It's a natural response for us to do this, and nobody's really talking about it. And the fact of the matter is, all the advice out there, all the different ways that you can achieve balance in yourself and trust yourself and come into confidence and actually take inspired action so that you can become and be the person you're deciding to be, all that's not going to come from some journaling in a group class where you're not taking that inspired action. So you can sit and meditate bring in all these great ideas and decide and state it out in the class and invest in another thing and get another certification and have more results for your clients. But until you shift your belief and take the inspired action in the moment that you come to the awareness, that's where everybody gets stopped, because that's sometimes like some of the scariest, most insane, deep stuff you'll ever have to do. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's a little thing that you shift, that you decide to shift daily, and you look back a month later and go, wow, giving up sugar was the best thing I ever did, or whatever it is. It's never one thing. And because so-and-so did it and made $1 million doesn't mean that's going to work for you, honey. So if you've been showing up, you have an amazing gift. You've been bringing results for your people, and you're not getting the same results for yourself, and you're ready to have someone deep dive with you and scoop out that initial process that you already have, that knowing that you already know, and retrain you to honor and take inspired action in the moment. If you're inspired in this moment and everything inside you is tingling and you're like, this is what I need. I want someone to sit with me and to wake me up to my own knowing and teach me to feel trust and certainty and confidence, and to do the things that I've decided I want to do, not do them to be them so that I can have them. I want to talk to you about the GLOWUP. The GLOWUP is a 4-month program that you can do with me. This is a deep dive, and it's a beautiful experience, because not only are you bringing up all of those subconscious beliefs and unplugging from the programs and getting the clarity to actually learn to trust yourself and know what's coming through for you, and taking the inspired action and guidance and establishing the standards and boundaries you need to have in your life in order to implement and be the level of person that you're saying you want to be, to meet the income goals that you're saying you desire. It's not just I'm going to say it and then magically it's going to come in. It's a whole process of evolving and embodying the energy of you, not Annie or Frank, but you, specifically you. What are you like at a 20K month? What happens for you, and what needs to happen for you to trust the ideas that come through you and implement them for you, not anybody else. That's why I charge what I do, and that's why I work with very few people at a time. It's a beautiful process, and it takes a few weeks, might take a few months. It's the best amount of time you'll ever spend in your life, learning how to focus in and trust your own system of beliefs and knowing that are aligned to the goals that you're setting right now, and the clarity and focus that we provide after the initial deep dive work that we do, where we shift your DNA, awaken your DNA, we clear past life beliefs, inner child, trauma, anything that's been keeping you sort of plugged into alternate timelines that don't have to do with the ones for the highest good of all for you right now as you're being directed in the cosmic weather today. Let's shift that. That's the easy part. The hard part is up to you and how much you're going to day to day tune in with me. I'll be there with you to recalibrate to that level of being that you're now being presented once you have that clarity from the session we do together. And the session or the sessions, depending on the program that we align to. And here's the thing. When you bring up the stuff, when we bring up the shit, it brings up the shift. It alerts you to where you're not being true to yourself. And the energy in the fog is lifted. The fog, the fear, the obligation, the guilt. When you clear and detach yourself from those programs, you can actually see the directives that you were born to do and be. Your purpose is your desires and directives, minus all the bullshit that got layered on top of it that told you couldn't have it, that you're now used to bypassing yourself and operating in, and you're continuing to think that doing all the things in that system is going to ever get you back to yourself. We want to integrate and recalibrate daily to that clarity to yourself, that clarity of being yourself and trusting those first hits that come through and taking immediate, inspired action, okay? So we want to go from kind of a stressed out, confused state of being where you're feeling overwhelmed by doing all the things and you're pulling it. You're a fucking boss, you're doing it. but you're doing the results for, you're getting results for your clients, but it's such a great cost because you're not allowing yourself to open up to the higher level of guidance you're being guided to. When you open up to that, it opens up to the genius within you and your clients. And the stream is so much more efficient. And instead of feeling like you're running uphill, suddenly you're in your element and you're learning the things that are difficult for you, and you're integrating and becoming a much more powerful stream of connection to your own knowing and directives and genius. So you're not going to be able to get to this level of certainty and confidence and implementation by yourself or in a group course. And those of you who come to me have a desire to collapse time and to really be efficient and get to your desire. You've already spent a lot of money and time and beingness doing a lot. You're ready to like jump into your own boots and hit the ground running and leap and fly. You've already done so much. This is about being. And the beingness isn't about just what we were talking about, taking some spiritual practices and sitting there with them and wondering if they're working. No, the beingness is about learning to connect into your own guidance system and blueprint and feeling really clear and certain about that, and then taking the inspired action that does actually instantly regenerate you and collapse timelines. You collapse the timeline by choosing the infinite choice that is aligned to your highest guidance. Does anybody have any questions? Because I have an appointment in 15 minutes. I gotta head out the door. So if you are the person that's watching this and is gonna take inspired action right now, I invite you to go right now in the energy of knowing. Listen to your intuition. I feel people's crown and energy buzzing around your head. Take that inspiration, go right now to valtopia.com and hit the application. Answer the questions thoroughly, thoughtfully, with depth. Honor yourself and me, and as we're aligned, I will message you right away and we can see which program is best aligned to you, whether it's the GLOWUP activation, a 6-week experience, or the overflow program, which is a 4-month program. I'm so excited to be with you today. I love seeing you online. Malia, Keisha, Allison, Patrice, Candy, Trisha. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, Deborah, I'm just seeing your comments over here. Yes. Sorry, I was missing those. So, thank you for joining me. I'll be back on tomorrow. We'll get into this a little bit more. This is what I'm going to be talking about this week. I want you to learn how to trust your own knowing and take inspired action. That's when you really begin to change the game. So, see you in my inbox in Gmail, and own your frequency supernova. There is nobody like you. See you next time.